Welcome to Tubbie Talk, where a group of nerdy best friends hop online to talk about everything life, parenthood, gaming, and probably embarrass themselves. Now let's get it started. Well, welcome back everybody to Tubbie Talk. We have a special episode for you today because I'm here with just one other Tubbie co-host.
Kennedy?
Yeah.
The best.
The best one.
No.
And we are here just doing a little girls episode in honor of Mother's Day. So we're
Yes.
just gonna chat it up, talk about all the things of motherhood, and yeah. So I don't know, Kennedy, do you want to take it away? Do you have our first question? Thoughts?
Oh gosh, thoughts. I do have a lot of thoughts with motherhood, but
Mhm.
I think a good way to kick us off would just be who were we before? Let's just take a step back. Let's think about the journey. Who were we before we became moms? Like I don't know if I really truly remember.
I know. For
But
me, it's only
maybe
been like 9 months, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was a whole other person. I have no idea, but yeah, we can try.
No, but that, I mean, maybe that there's kind of a reason. Like,
Mm.
it's hard for me to picture myself before kids. And I think it was just, I was just kind of going along in life just with everyone else and just working. We'd go out and do stuff like, granted, had way more autonomy, but I don't know, it was just kind of the ebb and flows of every day, like nothing crazy special. And then when kids came along, it just, I think I've slowed down a lot more to be just more present in time. Like the little moments feel like massive moments now. And before it would have been like life's boring or, you know, so
Yeah.
and so's off on this trip or whatever. And I'm just here working or like we're just, it's
Yeah.
another day at the beach kind of a thing. But like those moments now, it's like, we went to the beach today
Yeah.
and it was so awesome. But it's like, I think one of the best things now is I'm like reliving life because you're experiencing it through their eyes now. And like
Mhm.
when kiddo gets excited about a plane flying overhead, it's like, oh my gosh, there's a plane
Yeah.
flying overhead. And it's so cool.
That's so funny.
And I mean, especially after the second one, like every time I would say I get closer to God, and it's just
Yeah.
like a big challenge for me was understanding like what it meant to have love for God. And after the second one, like I'm really starting to understand that, or just being eternally grateful for Jesus' sacrifice. And it's just children really showed me that. And that is, I mean, it's really beautiful. And it's just, you really get a sense of what everyone means when they say like kids are a blessing from God, like the
Yeah.
best gift. They're the best.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just more chill. I'm more at peace. Like,
Mhm.
and I'm more accepting of things. It's like my body's different. Yep. But
Yeah.
I mean, it carried my babies and hopefully it carries more. So like, that's fine, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I've fallen out of touch with some people. Well, that's, you know, that's life. That's what it is. I
Yeah.
think I'm meant to connect with moms now.
Yeah.
I'm just more, well, life has gotten more like hectic. I'm definitely a lot more just chill.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I definitely relate. I think yeah, I just if you would have asked me like before I had a baby, like if I was happy or whatever, I would have been like, yeah, like I'm good. Like
Mm-hmm.
life is cool. Like I'm just chilling, like hanging out with my husband and my family and friends and but I think it's weird now looking back. I do feel like I was a little bit I don't want to say lost, but just kind of a little lost of like my
Mm-hmm.
purpose. Like obviously
Yeah.
I knew my purpose was to like glorify God in everything, but it's like what specifically does that look like day to day? And like
Mm-hmm.
I would try like in my job and all of that, but it never felt super fulfilling. And like I just feel like for me personally, every single day now is like you were saying, it doesn't even need to be anything special at all. Like the
Mm-hmm.
most mundane day is like
Yeah.
so fulfilling and like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just a lot of purpose I feel like I have. And I also agree, like I'm much more chill and accepting of things and like I don't know, I think I cared a lot about things that didn't really matter. I put a lot of worth into like yeah, like what I looked like or whatever,
Mhm.
and, like, it's not that I don't care now at all, like, that would be lying if I said that, but it's like, it's not a priority, it's like, that
Yes.
doesn't again, like you said, like, the things that really matter in life really matter when you have a baby. It's like, okay, I know what actually matters,
Mhm.
and it's kind of freeing because 'cause you're like,
Yeah.
no matter what, like, as long as my baby's I mean, even you could even go deeper and say, like, God is sovereign over everything, but
Mhm.
every day that my baby is healthy and happy and, like, we're all healthy and happy and good,
Yep.
like, is a
Mhm.
success.
It is. It truly is.
And, like, before I would have, like, checklists of, like, "Okay, if I don't do this, if I don't do this, it's not a good day," you know?
Oh.
And now I'm just like, the basic things are like, I'm so happy every day. So yeah, it's weird. I feel like I don't it's hard to articulate, like, who you are at any given moment, but
Mhm.
I feel different, but also more me than I've ever felt in my
Yes.
life.
Mhm. Like, more complete. But I
Mhm.
think it's exactly like you said. Like, I can relate. I kinda felt lost. That's why I was just, like, going through,
Yeah.
like, the motions. I'm
Right.
here doing my thing like everyone else, but now it feels like this is my where my puzzle piece fits.
Mhm.
I go right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything you kinda miss before kids? Like, I mean, autonomy is the one for me. It's just like, I
Mm.
miss just getting up and
Yeah.
going and doing whatever, but
For sure. Totally. I agree. I think and people told me that, like,
Mhm.
you lose your freedom to just get in the car and go do something, you know? It's so true. But I think I also miss just, like, just hanging out with Danny, like, by ourselves because like, we don't
Yeah.
really get to do that anymore, even, like, watching a show or, like, binge watching a show, like, that does not
Yeah.
ever happen, and, like,
Ugh.
not that that was a great use of time before, but it was
It
fun.
was.
And
Yes.
last night, the baby went to bed, like, really early for some reason and stayed asleep, and we were like,
Oh,
"What did we
wow.
do?" Like, we were like we just watched, like, 3 episodes of The Last of Us and, like, caught up on that. We were like, "Oh my
Nice.
gosh, like, this is so weird." And, like, we do miss that for sure, but,
Mhm.
I mean, it's a worthy trade-off,
Yes, yes.
but yeah, is there anything else for you, like, that you
Oh,
specifically miss or
no, I don't think so. Just having the freedom, but it's like, even when I had that freedom, I didn't do, like, a whole bunch.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
sure,
that's
we could go to the movie, like, just
exactly. Like, that's the thing too, is, like, I feel like I wasted so much
I
time.
know.
I'm like, I could have been like, doing so much every day. I'm like, I do
It's true.
a lot like, I'm more productive now.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know what
Yes.
happens. This is such a tangent, but
I
I'm
love
going with
it.
it. If you're a mom, let me know if this is a thing because I literally now that I have free time, I'm so productive. Like if she's in a nap, I'm
Yeah.
like cleaning. I'm like
Mhm.
before, I'm just gonna expose myself. I would have like when I'd have a day off, those dishes aren't getting done. I'm
No.
sitting on the couch watching TV
Yes.
or like
Mhm.
whatever. And now it's like they have to get done. Like, like
I know.
it's so interesting and impressive. Yeah, I kind of like that, but I agree that I like kind of wasted my free time before. I don't
I
know.
know.
But
Yeah.
speaking of like just free time and doing things on your own, like I'm curious, do you ever experience like the mom guilt and like what does that look like for you?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Think I see it the biggest with because I get to work from home, and I want
Yeah.
to again establish I am very, very lucky and I'm very, very blessed and grateful I get to work from home, but it's still like I feel very guilty being there in the room with them, and like my focus is split, and sometimes it's more focused on the work because I mean it's work. I'm getting paid to do stuff, and I
Yeah.
need to do it, but it's like if the oldest wants a book read, or I can't. We
Mm,
have a lot of planes that fly by, so again,
yeah.
another plane example of another. If a plane's going by, I can't always go see it, and like he gets
Yeah.
kind of bummed, and then
Yeah, that's right.
so I'm getting a lot of time with them, and a lot of moms don't have that.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I feel like I'm missing a lot, and I'm not there for. the little moments that might feel insignificant, but they add
Yeah.
up to mean a lot. Like going and seeing the cool quote Hot Wheel car. Like we have this
Mm,
fancy car that lives down our road that has like a fin and stuff. And
wow.
so we call it the Hot Wheel car. So they'll always be like, Hot Wheel car, mom. I'm like, cool, cool. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't go look at it.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of the day, I get hit with the guilt, like, man, like that just sucks. I couldn't be there for all of those little
Yeah.
moments. Overall, I feel like I'm still like I'm missing a lot of them, even though I'm still there in the room with them. Like there's
Yeah.
still a lot I'm missing with them.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. I'll be honest, I don't really feel guilty if I take time for myself. Like I'm gonna take the snap and I feel
Yeah.
good about it.
That's great. I love that for you.
Um, so I think I see it mostly there. But how about you? What does it look like on your end?
Yeah, it's interesting because, yeah, I do work part-time outside of home, which is the hardest, I think, for me. The hardest
Yeah.
time just because I feel like it's just hard to leave her, and
Yes.
I don't know if, like, that's I struggle to know if I'm justified in feeling that way or if it's like I'm overreacting
No. Yeah, totally
because
justified.
yeah, and I don't want to, like, because again, like, I only work part-time and I'm leaving
Mhm.
her with family, which is
Yes.
also, like, a huge thing for me. That's
Mhm.
helps my little mom heart,
Yes.
but I also just yeah, I feel sad when I leave her and I just think about her when I'm at work, like, "Oh, like, what's she doing right now?" And, like,
Yeah.
"Is she thinking about me?" And, like, with her being so little and not being able to articulate things yet, it's just I always just wonder, like, what she thinks of
Mm.
that
Yeah.
because she does get really happy when I get there or, like, she doesn't I don't think she cries like, she's starting to get to the age too where she does
Mm.
kind of fuss, like, when I leave,
Mm.
so that's, like, really hard too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it's also like, okay, she'll be fine, like, it's not the end of the
Mhm.
world, but it's
Yeah.
just it's not fun in the moment to have to
No.
leave her, and I totally feel I understand what you're saying about even, like, when you're home. I feel like even if I worked from home, it would be kinda the same thing. It's like,
Yeah.
obviously, it's harder to physically leave because 'cause you're
Right.
still there, but, like, even sometimes when I'm, like, at home and I have to do something, like, on the computer
Mhm.
or even sometimes, like, when I am just, like, with her by myself and I find myself, like, on my phone or watching a video or
Mhm.
something, I'm like, "I shouldn't be doing that," like,
Uh-huh.
like,
Because they, like, see you
yeah,
doing
she's
that, and
looking
you're
at
like
yeah,
mhm.
or she's, like, sees me not looking at her or, like and I'm
Exactly.
like,
Yes.
I need to think about that," like,
I know.
so it's easy to, like and then I feel guilty that I didn't, think about it, so it all comes back to the guilt, but yeah, yeah,
I think a lot, at least in this instance, like, that guilt, I think, comes from we know in our core that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, you're
yeah,
not supposed to leave your baby.
right,
And the mothers are supposed to be in the home
yeah,
with the babies, running the household, dad's off working, and then he comes home kind of a thing.
yeah.
But we're at a lovely stage in the world where everyone has to work and it's very sad.
Yeah,
Like, we definitely have the more fortunate ends of the stick, I would
yeah,
say.
yeah. It's crazy, like, just even I don't think I could do it if it was, like, a full-time situation, and
I don't know how they do it, and I
yeah,
really admire and then also feel very sorry for those moms.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
same,
they're
it's both,
like
yeah.
huge troopers, and then, like, my heart goes out to them too.
Yeah, I mean, my mom worked when I was a little kid too, and
Mhm.
so and I, like, remember that, and I think when I was
Oh.
older, so I was, like, 3 or 4, but, like, I remember, like, missing her, like, wanting
Oh,
her to come back,
wow.
and, like, so and it was there were some other things that maybe contributed to that, so it wasn't just, like, a normal, like, missing situation, it was a little more complicated, but I
Mm.
think, like, I always get stressed out that my baby's gonna
Uh,
feel what I felt because I remember thinking when
yeah.
I was young, like, "I'm never gonna, like, make my child feel like this." So,
Mm.
it's also a matter of not projecting that onto her because,
Yeah.
like, what if she's just having a great time at grandma's house and I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm not"
I'll come back for
yeah,
you.
so, like, "I'm not leaving forever." She's like, I'm literally fine." Like, "What are
Mom,
you talking
chill.
about?" So, it's like, I don't want her to pick up on my anxiety either.
Right.
She's like, "Wait, is there a reason I should be, like,
Mom,
worried?"
just like go.
Yeah,
Like,
which is what I want, like, I hope
yeah.
that happens, but, like, thinking about little me, like but you're right, I
Right.
think
Yeah.
especially when they're so little, it's like other countries, like, have maternity leave for, like, a year,
Yes.
and it's like,
Could
"Oh
you
my gosh,"
imagine?
like
Oh,
and even then, it's like, I feel like I wouldn't wanna leave her at a year old, she's already almost a year old, so it's like but at least I mean, there's people that go back after, like, 2 months, it's like, I don't that's
I
so
don't.
rough, but
Oh.
yeah, I think I mean, is there anything you do that, like, helps you feel better, or is it just kinda like, "Well, this is how it is." Very helpful podcast over here. Like,
We don't give advice, we
we're
just
just
relate to the
venting.
populace. No. No,
So
there's definitely I sit with the guilt, but then, like, right now, how I make up for it is I work until, like, 1 o'clock, and then I'm, like, really active with them,
Mm,
engaging, we're doing a bunch of stuff, and then I get to pull, like, night shifts too to either
yeah,
work more to make up what I lost during the day,
yeah. Oh, that's a lot.
it's not ideal, but, like, so that's kinda how I juggle that.
Yeah,
Other than that, I don't I'm such a good mom, I don't have any guilt, no. No, I don't think I think I overall, I think that's the biggest source of guilt, so
yeah. That's
that's
good.
my
That's a good strategy. I think, yeah, for me, it's leaving her, but it's also like, say someone's watching her and I have free time. Like sometimes I feel guilty for, I do kind of feel guilty
Mm.
for like enjoying the free time instead of like getting things done because I'm like, oh, I
Oh,
can't. It's just be so easy if I just knock out this task. Like
right.
so I think I need to learn to, like, rest more when I
Yes,
can because then it allows me to be more present with her too. But
yes,
I agree, like, on my days off or when we do have time, like, I'll, like I mean, she's little, so she doesn't really get things, but I'm like, "Okay, we'll, like, go to the park," or we'll, like, do
right.
something where she can tell I'm, like, fully there. So,
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
yeah.
What does being a good mom mean to you? Like, how would you what's your goal, you know?
Oh my gosh, my goal?
What's your
No,
high standard for yourself?
no, I definitely do have a goal, like,
Yeah.
I and I'm like, this is definitely a fear of mine, the I wanna be the mom that is called, like, their kid's best friend. I don't wanna be, like,
Mm,
the mom that's, like, in everything or, like, "Tell me all of your wedding
yeah.
plans and let me but I want to, like, just have a really great relationship with my kids when they're older and, like,
Yeah.
not to be as, "Mom, you're so weird, get out
Yeah.
of here," or whatever. So that's my end goal. So, we'll see how it
Nice.
goes. So I am scared of somehow messing that up because it's like,
Yeah.
you hear like you should compliment them certain ways or you can love too much and then that leads to this or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know. I'm just trying to figure
I
it out.
know. Yeah. That's
um
so good.
Obviously with ages cuz it's a different kid every time. Like it's going to constantly be this evolving creature of what it requires from the mom to keep that relationship good
Hmm.
and yeah,
Yeah.
healthy. So like, right now with like, I would say the toddler stage is where because they're more aware of you, so now
Mhm.
it's really starting to show, like, how you can be a good mom and your kid starts
Mm.
just understanding more of the relationship they have with
Yeah.
you. Babies, I think it's just you need to be there and look at
Yeah.
them and love them and feed them
Yeah.
and not yell at them. I'm not saying I do, but sometimes you want to. It's like, "Baby, I'm trying."
Yeah. I
Um,
know.
so I think a big thing for being a good mom is just having that unconditional love because it's hard. Not it's
Mhm.
hard to love, but
Yeah.
it's hard to have kids and they can make
Mhm.
you frustrated and angry, lots of
Mhm.
different emotions.
Yeah.
So just understanding they don't need to meet conditions, like you
Yeah.
should. And I think a lot of it obviously comes naturally, but just unconditional love for that kid is
Mhm.
a great foundation and just having like, even now, like, respecting, they're their own
Yeah.
little person, like, if they
Yes.
don't wanna do something within reason, like, if it's, "I don't wanna eat dinner," well, let's try to eat like a little
Yeah.
kid, please.
Right.
But, like,
Yeah.
just respecting them and having that patience and also, like, a healthy level of discipline, like, just kinda guiding them a little bit so they're not
Yeah.
some unhealthy wild child.
Yes.
My method of parenting right now, and I think maybe it's different because I have boys because they are just
Hmm.
wild, like, letting them kind of lead in some instances a little bit, like, let
Hmm.
them get hurt, let them try
Right.
this and fail so they start understanding how the world works
Yeah.
and what they can and can't do, or, "This was a great idea. This was not a good idea. I hit my head and that really hurt."
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good.
Going back and reflecting on yourself, like, you're gonna make mistakes in some fashion, whether big or small, and I think if you're staying accountable and you're always trying to do better and trying to lead by example,
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good mom, like, understanding,
Hmm.
"I messed up here. I could have done this different. Let's do better
Right.
next time."
Right. Yeah. That's good. I don't know. It's such a big question.
It really is.
But it's good to think about though, because it's like,
I
okay, what
did
are we
sit and think
doing
about
here?
it. I was like, "I need to
Yeah.
have something to say."
Yeah. No, I think for me, I guess my main goal overall is like you said, having a good relationship with her for life. But
Mhm.
also a big thing for me is truly like doing my job as a parent in like preparing her for life
Yes.
and like making her like teaching her and showing her how to be capable and like wise and like all of these things that so that
Yes.
she'll feel like confident going into life and like so that
Oh,
when the
yeah?
time comes I can like send her off and her little bird flying the nest and
Mhm.
I will know that she'll be okay and she'll know that like she's like okay like I
Yeah.
know generally how to do life
Yeah.
and I know that sounds really simple but I don't know that a lot of parents think that way, like, from the beginning, and so it's like, how do I do that in every stage kinda thing, like,
Mhm.
prepare her for the next stage.
And I don't know, maybe this is me pulling a girl card, and obviously
Yeah,
I'm not a dude, but, like, I
yeah,
do feel like women and girls, they go through a lot. So, like you're saying,
yeah,
setting her up for success, like,
right,
early on and teaching her things, like, I
right.
think that will really help because it's not saying it's easy being a dude,
No,
but girls have, like, a
yeah,
pretty rough time.
especially nowadays with, like, social
Mhm.
media and, like, all of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, like, I just don't want her to care about like I was saying, I wasted a lot of time caring about things that I didn't need to be. And it truly like affected my life. And so it's teaching your kids like the things you didn't know and like hopefully passing it along to them so they have an easier time is really
Yes.
it. And like she's going to go
Yeah.
through her own struggles and
Yeah.
but as far as I can, I want to help her succeed and everything. And yeah, I don't know that I have like a parenting philosophy. Like I don't follow anything
No.
specifically, but a lot of it is intuitive, I feel like,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
like I will know when to say no to her and how to do that so that she respects me, but also, you know, doesn't hate me. You know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah.
it's like, and maybe I think about that sometimes, like, oh my gosh, like, what if she hates me?
No.
Like, what if one day she's just like, because I feel like every kid says that to their parent at once, and it's like that's gonna
Right.
suck so bad. Like, but
Oh,
you know what? It's fine. Like, and I mean, I remember saying that, and it's like, of course I didn't mean it. So it's like,
right.
but I know it's gonna hurt. But I'm just like preparing myself in advance. But
No,
like,
I totally get
yeah,
that.
it's just we're just doing our best. But yeah, I just think overall, and of course, like leading her to God and like
Mhm.
having that strong foundation and but also like I don't want to be even with that I have like fears. I'm like
I
I
know,
don't
what if
want
she
to
goes
push
this
on yeah,
way?
like, I don't want to push everything on her so
Mhm.
much that she's like no, I
Yeah.
um so I want her to make her own choices, but I want her to have good influences is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I know, I thought about that. How do we start establishing that relationship with God? So, like,
Mhm.
right now we're at the stage with the oldest, like,
Yeah.
essentially everything comes from God, and he's like, "Grass comes from God." Yes. Again, planes come from God.
No, they don't. I'm just
I
kidding.
was like,
I hate plays.
in a sense, like, I'll
Yeah,
say, well, they came
yeah.
from man who came from
Engineering,
God. Like,
yeah.
so we're like
I
at
mean,
that
yeah,
stage.
that's cool.
Like, it's really I always love when he'll say, like, "Mom and dad came from God," or "He came from God." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yeah."
that's
So
cute.
it's baby steps, but I do like, especially me, because 'cause I'm still growing as a Christian, so it's like I almost don't feel very fit to lead, and I do think a lot
Mm,
of it will come from Trevor, but, like, I'm with the kids the most just because he works outside of the house,
yeah,
so it's like, I then stress, like, "Oh, I wanna, like, do right and make sure they're good Christian men," and but
yeah, yeah. And it's another whole thing of accountability because, like, they're watching us.
Yep.
So it's stressful, but I'm sure, like, the toddler stage is gonna be so fun because I'm just
Mhm.
like, do you pray with him and, like, teach him how to like, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's a good way to, like, start introducing that to them.
Well, have there been any unexpected parts of motherhood? Like, anything people didn't tell you or, like, it just hit you out of nowhere? Or has it been pretty
Honestly,
smooth sailing?
not
Like
yet. I feel like it will be for sure. But I did like yeah, besides like little things like that are specific to her, like
Mm.
random things like she doesn't like putting anything in her mouth, which I was told, "Oh,
Yeah, so no
everything in her."
pacifier?
No.
Yeah, that's
And like no pacifier, no teething toys, like nothing.
oh,
So
she's
she's
just
just
raw
knocking it
dogging
out.
it.
Yes, literally, I'm like, "Dude, there's things to help you, like, you can help." She's like, "No, only, like"
Oh,
yeah, so
at
it's
least you don't
weird.
have to worry about weaning off a pacifier.
Exactly,
She's like, "I'm taking care of this."
she's like, "I'm not gonna be dependent on anything." Um, it's like, that's how I was during pregnancy, like, "I'm not gonna depend on anything, like, no
She's like,
painkillers, nothing."
"Alright,
She's like
mom, if I learn one thing."
yeah, so that's been weird, but yeah, other than that, like, things like that aren't that important, like, nothing quite yet, but I'm sure there will be, but yeah, what about you? Like, what did you find to be
My
surprising?
gosh, it is like just a box full of contradictions, I'd say. So you've been your happiest, but you've probably been your saddest,
Yeah.
or more like most scared, or like
Hmm.
I've never been so excited for the future, but also like never missed the past so much.
Mhm.
I've smiled the most, I've cried the most, I've like, I want time to go fast, but I want to slow down. Like, it's
Yeah.
literally you're juggling both sides at the same
Yeah.
time, and it's just not like, it's physically not possible.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So true. The way I would describe being a parent is like, it's just life, but, like, times 100. It's
Yeah.
like, happy and sad, like, it's, like,
Mhm.
way more colorful and vibrant, but it's just,
Mhm.
like, a lot. Like,
The
emotionally,
saturation is
like
just
yeah,
pulled
it's
all the way to max.
100% saturation right here, like, it's so true. It's like, seriously, like you said, like, the most scared, but also the most happy, like, it's just
Mhm.
it's really, really, really cool, but yeah, that I mean, I that's why I struggled with the question because like, I kind of was told that,
Mm.
it's kind of hard because it's like you can't really experience it or know what it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
but I wasn't caught off guard by that, like, I was like, I
Mm.
expected to
Yeah.
feel a lot more,
Mm.
yeah, when I had her, but yeah.
Well, that's good. You're given some wisdom. I think
Yeah.
I think most we got was like it goes too fast. And like
Yeah.
I guess I still wasn't expecting that to hit as hard as it did. Like my
Mm,
oldest is turning 3 this month. I'm like,
even that to
where
me is like, "Whoa,"
yeah.
like, that's
It's just like,
crazy.
holy crud.
Yeah.
Again, going back to the faith, it still was faithful, obviously before kids, but like I did not expect, which is still super cool, like I said, to like
Yeah.
to be diving deeper into it after having kids. So like every kid is like more and more, and it's just super awesome. And
Yeah.
it's I think a
Yeah.
lot of it is to like for me there's well, again, it's beautiful. There's a lot of you hear the horror stories, like there's a lot of the fear of the unknown. What if my kid, contracts this or this
Yeah.
happens? So like encouraging, to pray and,
Yeah.
trusting God's going to provide you that wisdom and that protection and guidance. So just really solidifying that faith
Yeah.
and just like me now, like I'm really Like, I knew, like, God always loved us, but I see, like, what that selfless love means, like, as a mother,
Mhm.
like, there is no greater love than sacrifice, essentially, like,
Yeah.
there's scripture on that, but it's
Yeah.
I would, like and I will again and again, like, I will sacrifice everything for my
Yeah.
babies,
Yeah.
100%, no question, and
Yep.
it's just it's a real special love.
Yeah. It's true. It's very, very true. I mean, it's kind of I feel like every parent says this, but it gives you a whole new perspective
Mhm.
on God, like, giving his only son. Like, for us,
Yeah.
it's like, "What?
Mhm.
What? Why did you
Yeah.
do that?" He must love us so much, and so it's just like yeah, it's a whole new perspective on life, and yeah. What's the most rewarding part for you so far about being a mom?
Oh my gosh. Pick one?
Yeah. Well, you
Dang.
you can have 2 because you have 2 kids.
No, 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 I'll meet this challenge.
Okay, okay, you can do it.
Okay, okay, I think I got it. Okay, ready? Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
I've already said it, but I'm gonna say it again.
Okay.
But no, I think having a relationship that is built solely on unconditional love, because not only do you do that for your kid, but they do it back to you in like tenfold, and you can just
Mhm.
like having a relationship so pure. And with time, that's probably gonna evolve because it's
Yeah.
like, mom doesn't do this or mom won't let me do this. So some
Mhm.
conditions will start filtering in. But right now, it's just like if you show up and you look at them, like that's all they need.
Yeah.
And it is so special. And Trevor's great. I love him, but there's some conditions in there too.
Yeah, marriage is conditional,
Yeah.
by definition, so yeah, that's so true.
What about you though?
Yeah, I think for me, the most rewarding part where I've just felt like this is so cool is, yeah, just like taking care of her and like knowing
Mhm.
that only I can take care of her the way that
Yes.
she needs. And like, it is just the coolest thing to, like, you were talking about
Mhm.
sacrificing and like, yeah, it is a sacrifice, but like it doesn't feel like a
No.
sacrifice. Like it's the
Mm-mm.
best. Like
Mhm.
you want to
Yeah.
give of yourself, and
Mhm.
I have found that has made me better in like every way. Like it's made me
Yeah.
more empathetic towards other people, like more selfless just in general, like again, like
Mhm.
not so self-centered, like
Yeah.
it's made me a better person already, and I just feel like it will continue to. And yeah, just being the one that she needs.
Mhm.
And like yes, dads are so 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 important, and like
Yes.
but I think at the very beginning, like even at the beginning, the dads are very important, but it's just a different bond that you have with
Yes.
the baby as a mom, and it's like irreplaceable.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they've done like even like scientific studies about it, and it's like it literally like changes their brain if like they
I
don't have
know.
you. It's like, wow, that's a lot of pressure, but it's also very, very, very cool.
Mhm. Yeah, I think it was literally yesterday. I was just nursing the youngest and I had that moment. I was like, "How beautiful." And it was all the emotions.
Yeah.
If it's like such a special feeling, it's beautiful, but just like to know like this is like, one, it's just unique to you and your baby. And
Mhm.
then, like, how awesome is it that I'm the person that brings this comfort and this security to this baby? And like,
Mm,
this is what makes him happy and healthy. Like, it's
yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
it's just, I was like, I love this so much.
I know. And you don't want it to end. You're like, "Oh my
Hmm.
gosh." I was talking about to this is an aside, but I was talking to Danny about like I like if there were no other factors, like I would want to have another one like right now.
Oh, I know.
And it's like he was like, "Yeah, but you can't just have a baby just to have the newborn face back." I was like, "Okay, that's true."
Oh, no.
But it's like that I do like miss that, like,
Hmm.
that, and it just yeah, it does go really fast, but
Oh my
it's
gosh. I
just
think it would,
so, so cool.
like, real quick, I think that will be its own episode. But
Yeah.
like, when you do get there, because I'm like living through it. Like, have you seen that stuff or like reels? But
Mhm.
it's like, how is it even phrased? Essentially, if you want to be able to go back in time to mother your first, but as a second time mom, So it's like
Yeah.
there's less of
Interesting.
that anxiety. You know what to expect. So now, like, with that wisdom, you can be even
Right.
more present.
Right. And I was even thinking, like, after he said that, I was like, I do want more kids, but
Mhm.
it's like, I'm never gonna have that with her again, and
I
so it's like, that
know.
is sad, and,
Is
like
it?
yes! It's like
This is like my Roman Empire, as they say. Like, I really try to not think about it,
I'm
but it's
sorry,
like
I'm
I'm
bringing it
in
up.
this dark, depressed
It's
corner.
like
I
this
will.
existential crisis, like
Yes.
but it's true, it's like, oh my gosh, like, she will never be that little ever again, and it's, like, so hard. So hard.
We're unwell.
Yeah, this is not okay. You
Okay.
can't just pop out babies to, like, try to bring back the past,
Oh my gosh. Sierra
and
hitting
then
us with
yeah.
the. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh, yeah. There's
Yeah.
so much.
Gosh. Okay. Well, I can steer us in
Yeah,
a.
something a little more lighthearted.
Oh, okay. I know. So Mother's Day is just this weekend. And I know you're
Yes.
obviously going to want to spend time with your family and with your babies, but if you could have just some time to yourself, a little special somethings plural.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe Daniel let's be like, I can make this happen.
Hint,
What
hint.
do what does Sierra want for Mother's Day for Sierra?
Oh my gosh, such a great question. It's interesting because, like I said, it's like I struggle to take time to myself, but
Mm,
I was taking that out of the equation, and I was like,
there you
I
go.
should enjoy things.
There you go.
So I had a couple. I should enjoy
I
things.
I should enjoy life for me sometimes.
I probably should. Okay.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like I would just want a day or an afternoon. We'll start with an afternoon to myself.
I can't. This is so
The weather has to be nice. Danny,
okay.
listen. I'm just kidding. No, I just want like a nice sunny day, and I want
Mm,
to go to the park and
yes.
sit on the grass or the beach in the
Oh,
sun and like read my book and just enjoy the nature, listen to some music, have a nice snack,
yes.
and just relax. That's like what I want to relax.
Uh,
And
that is
just
honestly beautiful.
yeah, and just like enjoy nature and like yeah,
Mhm.
that just sounds so nice. And the other thing so that's like for me, like
Yes.
for me. I
Yeah.
also wrote like so on a very basic level, I just would love to not have to pump for like a week. I just don't want to have
Sierra.
to do it. So it's
Oh.
so stressful, like, am I gonna have enough? And, like, it's so
Uh,
annoying, like, every time I have to feed her, I'm like, "Oh, I should pump." It's like, "Okay, is it clean?" I have to blah, blah, blah. It's
oh
just
my
and I
gosh.
don't even pump, like, that much. Some people do it,
Right.
like, only.
Yes.
I'm like, "Respect," but yeah,
Yeah.
it's so annoying. I would just love to not have to do that for, like, a week.
That sounds amazing.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I want to know though, what book are you reading in the park? Is it Harry Potter or
okay.
are you branching out?
No, so I do love Harry Potter so much. I have been reading one of my New Year's resolutions was to read more this year, like books I
Nice.
haven't read.
Yeah.
Um
Let's clarify.
AKA
Fine print.
not Harry Potter subtext. But yeah, so there's this series called it's called Caraval. It's like
Mm,
still very like fantasy, like
nice.
and I really like it. I'm actually on the third book.
Wow.
So I am able to read like sometimes in my
That's
life.
awesome, honestly.
Yeah, and it's really good and it's like it's captivating enough to like keep my interest, which is great. I would recommend it. It is a little cheesy sometimes, you got to get past that, but
Mm,
overall, I would give it a good like 8 out of 10.
there's always that fantasy cheese. It's
Mhm.
always in there in some
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah, for sure. But it's not too like spicy or weird or whatever. Like I feel like so
Okay.
so many fantasy books have that in it. It's just like this is just like
Mhm.
not what I'm here for. So,
I know.
yeah, would recommend.
Cool. No, I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay. I am in desperate need of a full body massage. Please.
Yes.
These
Absolutely.
shoulders. Like, and oh my gosh, I'm not fortunate enough to have like little babies, at least yet. We'll see, maybe future ones. But so my baby is like a chunk and a half, but I love it.
Gosh,
But
yeah.
it's like, dude, and he is very clingy, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm getting those snuggles in, so I'm really not too unhappy. But at the end of the week, I'm like, my pecs, I'm
Ooh,
like, I
heck
did
yes.
a freaking chest
Chest
workout.
day every
Yeah,
day, bro. Let's
yes.
go.
I'm
Literally,
gonna have those square boobs by the end of it.
just like rip.
Yeah.
My gosh, I get you. That would be so nice.
So I wanna sleep in. I wanna go to
Wow,
my
yes.
massage, and somehow the house is miraculously clean top to bottom.
Yeah,
And
perfect.
then I would probably like to go outside too and enjoy the sun.
Yeah,
Um,
that sounds so nice. Question,
yeah.
have you had a massage before? Like an like a full
I've had 2 in my
Okay.
whole 28 years of
Wow,
life.
you do need one.
Oh, wait, oh my gosh, no, here we go, mom brain. I've had more. Wow.
You
I
forgot about a
I literally
massage.
forgot, and they're recent, which is like the concerning thing. No, so I've maybe had like 5 now in my life. My birth package had massages,
You
but
had one,
you're
like,
also
last week. You're like, "I need one so
I've
bad."
never had a massage. But to be fair, it's different getting a massage pregnant versus not. Okay,
That's
so
true.
I
I
could
also
use.
did have them pregnant, and it is different because you
They
can't
bring out
lay
that
on your
big
stomach.
old.
Yeah, it's a
Yep,
whole other
it's a little
thing.
awkward.
Yeah.
Did they have that, like, pillow you lay into that has, like, the cutouts for, like,
Yes,
your.
when I would go to the
Yeah,
chiropractor, they would have
okay.
that,
You
and
gotta roll
it
that
was
big belly
so,
over
like,
and, like,
so weird.
puzzle piece
Yeah.
in,
It's just
like
like,
you're dropping and
"Oop." Yeah.
adjust aim.
So funny. Yeah, and, again, when you're pregnant, just everything is I feel like they can't massage certain areas deep
Yeah,
enough
mhm,
and,
exactly.
yeah, so that does sound so when you've had a massage in the past,
Mhm.
do you like very deep tissue, or are you more, like, relaxed, light? Like, do you like getting in there, like, you're sore the next day? Like, what are you like in the massage?
I would like to say I'm deep tissue, but no, because it's
Yeah.
just like I'm here to relax and
You're
it
there to relax.
hurts, and then, yeah,
Okay, yeah,
you're
yeah,
sore
yeah. Yeah,
afterwards. It's like,
true.
I don't know what I think of this. So I think
Yeah,
I'm more the
fair.
relaxing, like a good amount of pressure, but
Sure.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I'll take being broken the next day again because it wasn't,
Yeah, yeah,
massaged
yeah.
out, but
Right, right, right. Just for the experience is more
mhm.
so. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm
That
envisioning a
sounds
nice calf massage right now.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so nice. Why do calf massages feel so good?
I don't
Why is
know.
that a thing? Is it because we never massage them, so they're
I
just
guess
like,
that poor
finally
muscle group just
Yeah.
holding us up all day.
Like,
Never
I
thought about.
literally keep you standing up. Do you
I could
it's
use
always
a little love.
it's always the shoulders. Get all the love. It's so true.
You wouldn't have a back if you didn't have me. Oh,
Massage your calves, ladies. They deserve it.
they deserve it.
Seriously. But yeah, I totally get you. Like there was sometimes I'll just like lean the wrong way and my shoulder just like cramps up and I'm like, "What?
Mhm.
Why? Like what is
Yep.
going on?" But
Yeah.
that sounds delightful.
Yeah. So we'll see. Trevor,
Yeah.
I won't say no.
Yeah. Do you have a place near you that you like spa-wise, or just so Trevor knows, you know?
There's
Not
one
by
we
name, but just so he would know.
yeah. No, there's a couple and we've been
Okay.
to one together
Perfect. So
before.
he's
So,
aware. Okay,
mhm.
great.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. Well, this has been a great
Mhm.
We've gone deep, we've laughed. It's just like motherhood. All the
Yes, the
emotion.
contradicting.
Yes. But we hope that you have a great Mother's Day wherever you're at,
Mhm.
and, tell your mom that you love her, you're grateful for her, because
Yes.
I'm sure she would appreciate that. So,
Yes.
thanks for tuning in, and have a great week.
Yes. Happy
Bye-bye.
Mother's Day, moms. Bye-bye.
Woohoo! Hey, Sierra here. Thanks so much for listening. If you made it this far into the episode, you're definitely one of the good ones. So please give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to our show wherever you listen, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hope you have a great week. Catch you next time.